G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of U-Boat on U-96. It's the 10th of September 1941 and we're just leaving the port of Kiel in Germany. Last time we struggled to find ourselves some enemy convoys, but we did eventually find something and we didn't go home empty-handed. So hopefully in this episode we're going to have a repeat of the last time, but without the struggle. That would be ideal. So we're heading out on patrol again, just around by the south of England. So hopefully we should be able to pick ourselves up large amounts of enemy shipping. That's the plan. Let's see how we're going to get on. So a quick look at the map, and we are heading around the north all the way around to the south into the Celtic Sea. We don't want to go through the English Channel because we're just going to come face to face with so many of the enemy patrols. It's not really worth it. We're not hunting enemy warships in this episode. We want to take freight as we normally do. So that's the procedure. We'll go all the way around the north and we'll probably pick something up around just the north of Ireland there. They do head out of the port of Liverpool that way. But if we don't find anything around there, then hopefully the patrol sector should be full of shipping. That's what we want to find, and we're hopefully going to go and take ourselves down as much tonnage as possible today. So let's see how we get on. We'll cut back when we find ourselves a convoy or two. Well, we're in the patrol sector and we have contact. It's just a small convoy, 7 to 15 ships. And straight away we can see a C3, so that's a worthy target. Take a look around. There's a Swedish Empire. We will not be touching that if we can help it. Another Swedish Empire there. So really we just want to try and take the big stuff down with the torpedoes. Any neutral ships can just keep sailing on. There's another C3 there. So there's a couple of those for us to try and take down. We've already worked out their course. They're on a course of 72 degrees. And there's a Norwegian. So really the opening targets are going to be these two C3s. So we'll let them close in just a little bit more. And then we'll start sussing out a solution for that. So really it's just going to be take out the two C3s and probably let the rest of these guys sail on. We don't want to be deck gunning anything neutral, because we'll get in trouble for that probably when we get to the ports. So we may as well just take out the big stuff, get that sunk, and then we'll keep moving and try and pick ourselves up another convoy. So we're just going to let them slowly make their way in. We just want to get to within reach of the C3, and we'll probably launch just a single attack maybe, and then come back in for a secondary attack on the other C3, depending on the range. If we can get them both in the same go, then we may as well. So let's have a little look. How far away are they going to be? C3 should be quite clear. There she is. So course 72. Recognize that as a C3. Quick distance check. Hopefully it's within the 5,000 meters. It's just a little bit over, but that's alright. We'll let them close in as we go, and we'll get a quick speed check here done. See what kind of speeds they're up to. And we'll stop the clock there, and they are doing 6 knots. Perfect. Perfect cruising speed for a torpedo attack. Now we may as well take a look at the other C3 as well. See if we can line up a 2-for-1. So 6 knots, 72 degrees, recognize as a C3, and distance, it's probably a little bit too far. Does look quite far. Yep, definitely way too far. So we will close the gap, I think, and just try and get these 2 torpedoes launched away, and then we can just submerge and get away from the rest of these ships before they start putting any alarms out there. Hopefully they don't spot us before we get the opportunity to fire, but that should be about close enough, I think. So we'll just have a quick double check on the distance to this C3 here, and it is, yeah, it's within range. So we'll get two torpedoes launched away at that. And then we'll just assess the situation with the other C3, and we'll put a little marker out on the map so that we know when to fire the second lot. So tube 2 and 3 can go, and we'll see what the difference is between the two. So they should be a lot closer than what they were now, probably around about 2,500. 3,000, just a bit. So now we just need to put ourselves not the protractor, we'll get the compass out and chuck a dot down here. Yeah, there's the compass, yeah. So let's just get rid of some of that crap and pull that out to about roughly around about there. Once our torpedoes get to that mark, then we can set away the rest of it. So we'll just let that timer speed up a touch. And we are moving forward a little bit as well, but that's okay. And we will launch that and get those going. Tube 1 and 4 away. Los! Okay, well, we've got 2 hits on this C3 closest to us, and it looks like we just got 1 hit on the one at the far end there. But this one here is definitely done for. Whether she'll go down or not is probably yet to be determined. They normally like to sit dead in the water, and that one at the other end was just a single torpedo. It's very unlikely that she is going to have enough damage there to even sit dead in the water, but this one here is finished, and it's just the flooding that we need to happen. So we just caught this one right on the nose. So I wonder if one went in front. It did just say that we missed as well, so yeah, but this one here is certainly going to be sitting here dead in the water at the very least, and hopefully that other one, the damage bar, might go down a little bit more. Which one is it? It's this one here, is it? No damage at all, so that's not very good. But hopefully if we do a secondary attack and just send a single torpedo, then that might be enough to do the damage, get rid of her. So we're going to have to move away, and we'll come in for a secondary attack very soon and let them calm down a little bit. Alright, let's see what they're up to. So they're still on their 72-degree course. They have to redo the whole solution here, which is all good. Yeah, quick distance check, should be well within reach, and they are. And we will have to do a speed check just to be sure. So we'll get the clock started, and hopefully they've had enough time now to calm down again. And we'll stop the clock now, and 10 knots. And we'll flood tube 5. I mean, hopefully that's going to hit, but we'll take it as it is and we'll send it away. So tube 5 fire. Wow, that is a clear miss. So they have obviously slowed down in between us checking their speed and firing, or while the torpedo was on travel. So you can see that it is past. It is a T1, so we can actually see the wake of that torpedo. So where is it? Just try and find it for you. We might be getting lucky here that we're going to hit this Empire. I know it's around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. So how's that looking? It looks pretty good for a hit on that Empire. Although I'm not sure if we want to be hitting that. It might be a neutral flag. I can't quite tell from here. It's a bit dark. But we'll follow that. And if we get lucky, then so be it. Kind of looks like it might run in front of this ship here as well. So it might be very unlucky, which hopefully it's not a sign of things to come, but been quite rare that we miss lately. We're normally pretty good with our solutions, but that looks like it's 2 ships have got lucky there. So we're going to keep on cruising on with the C3, and we'll try and get ahead of that again, and then we'll go for a second attack. It should just take 1 more torpedo is what I'm hoping, to make sure that we get the job done with it, and then we can deck gun both of these C3s down. So we'll get back into the periscope and we'll have another look and line up that solution. So it looks like they should be back to their normal speed of 6 knots or whatever it is. Is that another C3? No, it's not. Okay, so let's get a quick quick distance, and we'll have to do a speed check again just to be sure, but I'm pretty sure they should be doing around 6 or 7 knots now. And the clock says 6 knots. So this is actually a third C3 that I didn't realize was in the convoy. So we're going to send 2 torpedoes away at this. And then we have the other C3 which has been hit once. So we should send 1 away at that. So tube 2 and 3 can go heading off to that one. And this one here, the solution's pretty much done for us. Now just double check the distance and we should be good to go with that. And we'll have to use that camera angle there. Make sure we get the masts to the ocean. And that's worthy of a shot again. So we will send 1 torpedo away. Just double check the difference between the 2. And we'll put another mark down on the map. Or maybe we can just eyeball it. Not really that great at eyeballing anyway, but we'll launch up tube number 1 there. And we'll get that sent away. So they're actually fairly close together. So they're pretty much just about there. So if we took a shot now, it wouldn't really matter. So tube number 1 can go right now. Okay, we got 1 hit there on that C3, which has now taken 2 torpedoes. So really going to hope that that damage bar will go down quite a bit. I would think it should. 2 torpedoes normally does the business for us. So it's just going to be a matter of time of waiting. And we are having eyes on the other C3. See if we get any hits, but they are going to be well under alarm now. So haven't quite timed that to perfection, but hopefully we're still going to be managing a hit. The health bar of this one's not really going anywhere, is it? It's still 30 seconds, so might be unlucky here. If we can get 1 hit on it, I'll be not too happy. There we go, got a hit. Any more? Give us 2 hits, please. Now it looks like either one was a dud, or I'm saying it was probably a miss, because they must have slowed down quite a bit, I would say, from that previous C3. What's this over here with the lights on? It's just a little flower class. We don't want to be tangling with that. So we'll just keep an eye on our C3s and we'll see how we go. But we're going to have to come in for another attack here. So not being very efficient with our torpedoes. But that's the nature of the beast, I suppose. Well, she's not sitting too pretty in the water. So we're coming in for the 3rd attempt here. So yeah, efficiency is not very good at the moment, but we'll make sure we do a quick speed check here, and we will send 1 more torpedo, and hopefully that will do the work for us. And stopping the clock, she is cruising at 5 knots, so let's get 1 in the water right now, and she should hopefully go down after that. Certainly taking a fair bit more than usual. So we will send that away right now, and we'll try and pretty much do what we did before and get another torpedo in the water for this one here as well. And we will just try and sink both of these things. Hopefully they're going to go down, otherwise we're off to a bad start. We've already used quite a few torpedoes and haven't had a good rate of success at the moment, so that is not very good. Now we'll just double check the distances between them, and we'll have to send ourselves another marker up on the map. Try and time it right so we get 1 flooded. So yeah, tube number 5, we've used both of those already, so they are empty. So that's not very good. Not sure how many more we're actually going to have in the hold on the forward torpedoes, but hopefully we're going to have enough to actually get ourselves some tonnage today. It's not looking great at the moment, is it? We'll just send our marker out. It's pretty much just beyond that ship, so if we get that heading out there, we'll use a bit of time compression and get that torpedo out there. Now hopefully we don't hit one too early again. We don't want to be having a repeat of last time. Got to make sure that these actually hit. So we'll send that away now. Should be just about right. And we'll keep moving forward with the convoy just in case we miss again. And we'll take a little look around. So yeah, there's Empire. Don't want to be dealing with that. We want the big stuff. And there is one more big Liberty in there. So that will be the next target if we can. And we don't want to tangle with that thing. So we'll just keep moving. And hopefully we're going to have a couple of sunk ships this time. Okay, we got one hit there, and hopefully that damage bar will go right down, and the flooding should hopefully, there we go, damage is done. It's just all about the flooding. Doesn't matter if it doesn't go down right now, because we can just deck gun it if we have to. And still keeping an eye out for the other torpedoes to see if they make contact. But it's not looking promising again, so misjudged quite a few torpedoes today already. I don't know why. I'm not rushing. So let's see. Yeah, they've gone right past it. So they've either sped up or slowed down. Looks like they've sped up quite a bit, eh? So we'll put a few marks down here and we'll come back and finish that off later. Alright, we've been unlucky with that other C3, so we are going to pick this Liberty as our new target, and she is going to be top priority. She is going down, I can feel it. She is going to take 2 torpedoes and she is going to go straight down to the bottom, and she's going to have a big fire on board, and we're going to have fireworks and everything. So let's just count on that. Let's get that clock running and see what speed she's up to. And we'll stop the clock there. So 8 knots. Okay, I can believe it. And we are sending 2 torpedoes. Looks like we've only got 1 left in the chamber after this. So that's not very good. We're going to have to pick that shot wisely. But that is tube 1 and 2. And we'll aim for the front. And we'll send it away. Well, we were aiming for the front of the ship. We did get 1 hit near the middle to the back. So maybe she changed her speed. Probably did, from 8 to 6 knots, but it looks like 1 torpedo's probably gone running behind. Either that or 1 was a dud. So we got 1 hit. Well, we do have a fire on board, so it's a miss. So yeah, it must have run behind. So should have probably waited a little bit longer and done a proper speed check just to wait and see if she was going to slow herself down. But that damage bar is going down a little bit. Could do with it going down a little bit more. And if we can sink this Liberty, then we'll be reasonably happy. That'll be a few thousand tons, and we've got 2 C3s waiting to be sunk. So we are doing okay, I suppose. We've got 21,000 tons, but you know, we've missed so many torpedoes. We could have so much more. But there we go, damage bar is fully done. So Liberties normally do go under when it goes like that. Unlike the C3s, I would sit on top of the water. But this Liberty, I think the fire's doing the work here for us, so we've got lucky there. And we don't have to waste that last torpedo making sure that this thing will go down. But we do only have 1 torpedo left, so we're going to have to choose our target wisely. Hopefully it's something that we can at least put a stop to. Make it dead in the water if it's something large. If it's a C3, we kind of got no chance. But there we go. We've done the objective at the very least. And we haven't had the best outing so far. So hopefully we can find ourselves a few lone ships cruising around in these waters that we can use the deck gun on. Well, We got this one C3. I was going to let it go, but seeing as we only have the one torpedo left, we may as well get it sent away and make sure we seal the deal with this one. So we'll do a quick speed check and hopefully we'll get one torpedo away and actually sink this thing. And she is doing 8 knots. She's living dangerously. Those waves must be crashing up and over the front. So lucky last, tube number 4. Get that in the water and put this thing under. And hopefully she'll be going down. So fire it away. Ah, there we go. We got the hit. The damage has not really moved at all though, so not looking great. And that just about sums up our luck today. If she doesn't go down at all, then we've had a really bad time here. But the damage is done. There we go. She should be sweet for a surface attack now. So we'll let the rest of these ships cruise on past. And then we've got a bit of a cleanup mode to get into. We'll just make sure that we don't come into contact with any of these enemy escorts or anything. So we'll just move around, and then by that time we should be able to surface up, come back in and finish the job. So yeah, damage bar is not fully depleted yet, but I would say she's not going anywhere. She is going to be ours for the taking. So we'll come back up to PD, and by that point all these guys should be well gone. And then we can just do a quick U-turn and deck gun that down. And then we can get moving back towards those other 2 C3s, I think it is, we've got sitting dead in the water. Yep. 2 C3s. We'll get those done with the deck gun. And then we'll cruise around. We've still got a lot of kilometers to do here. So we'll try and find ourselves some lone merchants that we can actually just deck gun out while we're doing that. So we want to try and get as much tonnage as possible. We've got a lot of making up to do. These guys have... I can't blame anyone else but myself, I suppose, but we haven't had the best outing, so we've got to make up for that. Try and come home with at least 40-odd thousand, 50,000 is kind of the benchmark that we like to go for. So there's not much to do here, just a few shots. One did the damage. So we'll see how many it takes to send her down. And there she goes. She's going to slip under the waves, and we will carry on and clean up these other C3s, and then we'll just get back out there and keep moving, keep trying to sink something else.
Grünball.
Legen Sie den Kurs an. Legen Sie den Kurs an.
Well, there we go, all the cleaning up's done, so they're all gone, and we are going to just get cruising around our patrol sector. We'll clock up all the kilometers that we need to do, and we'll keep an ear out for anything that we can find. Hopefully we're going to get ourselves some lone freighters, easy pickings. That's all we can really be dealing with right now. We can't even request a resupply because we're too close to the base. It'll just tell us to return home. So we'll just plot out a course. We don't want to get too close to the mainland because there'll be aircraft and all that around. So we'll just chuck a few lines down, and when we find something we will come back, and hopefully we're going to get ourselves a couple of lone freighters, like I say. If we don't find any of those, then we're a bit screwed, aren't we? So we'll just keep going, keep plodding on, and I'll cut back to you when we find something. Well, our prayers have been answered. We found ourselves a nice big tanker here. So we are going to surface up, and we are going to close the gap, and we are going to shoot this thing down with the deck gun. It's going to be a bit of a process, but it's what we are out here to do. Unfortunately, we can't torpedo it, so we're just going to have to man on the deck gun. Luckily, we have plenty of ammunition, so we'll just pump this thing full of lead. And that'd be a fair few thousand tons for us, so not too bad. Quite happy with that. Ah, there we go. And some fireworks to finish it off. There we go. They always come at the very last when she's going under the waves, but nice to see it nonetheless. So there's a fair few thousand tons added, so that kind of puts us back into high spirits. Unfortunately, no more torpedoes, so we just got to take what we can get here. We're just going to keep moving and keep trying to pick up more ships like that. Now we have another lone freighter here. It's just a little Empire or something. Yeah, it's just an Empire flying a British flag, so we can surface up again. And we will deck gun this thing down as well. So if we keep getting ships like this, we'll end up with a pretty good tally today, but I don't know how lucky we're going to be. We obviously, the only thing that's holding us back is our fuel, but I'm happy to float around and try and pick up as many of these types of ships as we can. So let's get on that deck gun and let's send her down to the bottom.
Höhenbruch, Sie sinken.
And another one. So we are getting quite lucky, I suppose. Quite a few lone rangers out here, which is good news. So we'll slow down, up onto the deck gun again, and we'll pop this thing down under the waves. And we are going fairly well, actually. If we keep getting little boats like this, we'll end up doing alright. They don't look like much when you're shooting at them, 2,000 or 3,000 tons, but they all add up, so let's get this one down. Wow, lucky timing. We're out of deck gun ammo up on the top, so we'll have to go into the storage room here and we'll get all that moved up to reload the deck gun. So if we can find ourselves some more targets like that, we want to have the ammunition up there ready for it. So that's a good thing to have there. Get those guys doing that. And we shall keep moving. If we can pick up a couple more of those, then we're going to be happy. So that's kind of what's limiting us now, is the ammunition. If we can use up the last of that, then we'll have done alright today. Got to make up for the torpedoes though. Next time we come out, we've got to do better than that. Can't be missing prime opportunities. We could have probably had a lot more than what we've actually taken today. So that ship is well gone. She is done. So we've still got a few kilometers to do in the area, and we'll probably try and find something else if we can on the way out. We'll go back around the north of the UK again on the way home. But so far so good. We just need to find ourselves another one or two little empires or something, and I'll be happy. We can call it a day after that. Well, there we go. Back at port now. So let's get back. We'll get rearmed and pretty much get out there straight away again. So we've got some medals for the boys. He actually did a little bit more than usual because he was on the deck gun, and we've done alright as well. On our way to our next medal. Here's a little list of everything that we've sunk, if you're interested. I'm only interested in the tonnage, to be honest. One good thing is that we haven't sunk any destroyers today. So we actually got 54,000 tons. I'm very surprised with that. I'm pretty happy actually, although we missed a lot with the torpedoes, but it is what it is. Well, there we have it guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I know it wasn't fantastic in terms of solutions on our torpedoes, but we'll do better next time. That was a little bit of a blip. Doesn't happen often, but we still managed to sink quite a lot of shipping, so all in all, not a bad outing. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let us know that you're enjoying watching the series. Let us know what else you want to see on the channel as well, because I've just upgraded my memory card on the computer, so got heaps of room on there now, and I know that the sales have just passed on Steam, but I do have quite a few games in the library. So let us know, and I'll catch you up in the next video.